Yeah, just ask you when we're expecting Mr. Berkov to arrive.
Right, Mr. Berkov is on his way. He's.
Is that okay? We didn't need much for level. Okay, Roger. Well, if I can ask you first of all, how things have been going for the team this season?
Been going very well indeed. Better than expected actually, because of the Martin's first year in Formula 3, and he had quite a good, successful first meeting, and then eclipsed by the second meeting, getting another win. So we've had 5 wins, or 5 races in all, with 3 wins and 1 non-finish on the 6th one, which is a bit unfortunate, but we're still leading the championship at the moment, and we've got a chance now with the second car maybe to get even better result for the team. But Martin's on course for quite a good season.
So you couldn't have expected anything better, really, just what you'd hoped for, presumably?
That's right, yes, it's working out very well indeed. We've got a very good engine and pretty good car as well, and Martin's going very well.
You've had 1 driver, as you say, up to now. Now you're going to have 2 with the Russian driver. Is that double the work for everyone?
It most certainly is. He's an unknown quantity, but he's finished every race that he started in so far. So that's the name of the game, is to finish and get every point he can. But starting this late into the season, he's hopefully going to get some on the board before too long. So the Grand Prix is his first meeting.
So, I mean, obviously it's a bit of a novelty having a Russian driver here, but he has driven on British tracks before, hasn't he? Have you actually seen him in action?
Yes, we saw him at Donington, and he had a bit of misfortune at Donington, but he still finished the race. Came in and had an adjustment made to the car, but he still finished.
And has he managed to drive either of these cars yet?
Not yet. He got his licence to be able to drive these cars at that meeting at Donington, and he's now moving up into this Formula 3, and he'll be testing the car tomorrow.
As you said, Martin doing very well in the Class B of the Formula 3. Any plans to move up to the Class A's?
Well, the way Martin's going at the moment, he's stepped into it very well, and the backing that he's got is excellent. We've got good support from sponsors, and to move into Class A is another big step for sponsorship, but Martin's doing very well indeed. So he might get a Class A drive by the end of the year, hopefully.
So as with most things in motor racing, it comes down to a question of money, does it?
Yes, it does, but once you start turning in the results, then sponsors come on board. Obviously it's a good form of advertising for them, and they end up with a pretty good show with a winner. So Martin's doing very well indeed.
Now looking at you, I mean, this is your first year with the team. What made you decide to make the switch to Z-Speed?
Well, Martin's father, Ray Byford, offered me the chance, and I mean,
well, I'll start again. Yeah, I was just going to ask you. I mean, your first year with the team. What made you decide to make the switch to Z-Speed?
Well, I finished touring car last year, and then I was going to come into another touring car job this year. But Martin's father, Ray Byford, offered me a job here. So together, I decided, I think, to take up the offer as well as he did my offer. So it's I'm a local. I live locally in Cavendish, so it's very handy for me, and the whole team get on very well. And at the moment, it's good, very good.
Working out very nicely for you, and as you say, the whole team.
Oh yes. It's we've got a good base, I think, now to go on. Now we have a customer as well with Mr. Berkov. Alan is obviously going to be one of the better finds this year, hopefully, as he's gone through the Jim Russell Racing School. So we're going to find now, hopefully, a star of the future, maybe, as well as Martin, of course. So
be double the strength from now on, you hope?
I hope so.
Okay, that's fine, Roger. That's so far for you?
Fine. Everything's going really well at the moment.
Okay, well, Martin, the last time we spoke to you was just over a year ago now, and you were preparing for your first season in Formula Ford, I believe. How did that all go for you?
Not too bad. We had a good start to the season. Unfortunately, after about 5 or 6 races, other people started to go a little bit quicker than us, and we spent most of the season trying to catch up. The season didn't go quite as well as planned, but not too bad.
And you said then that your ambition was to get into Formula 3. You're there, and you're going really well.
Yeah, excellent so far. At the end of last year, a couple of people said, get in an F3, have a drive, see what you think to it. And I did that in December last year, had a test drive at Snetterton. And as soon as I got in the car, I was at home. As soon as I got in, I was comfortable, I was quick. not a problem at all. So we made the step up to Formula 3, or I should say jump. It's quite a big step. And yeah, haven't looked back, everything's going really well.
And leading the Class B championship so far, which must be very pleasing.
Yeah, we started the season expecting to be competitive within Class B, maybe take 1 or 2 wins during the season, but we've taken 3 wins from the first 6 races and leading the championship, as you say. And yeah, things couldn't be going better, really.
Now you're going to have a partner, an unusual partner, the first Formula 3 driver from Russia. How do you feel about that? Is that going to increase the pressure on you, or is it going to make it a little bit easier?
I don't think it'll increase the pressure. Maybe give a little bit of an incentive. There's always more competitiveness between 2 teammates than there is between anybody else. So I think it may push me on a little bit, help me go a bit quicker, and hopefully we can get him a little bit quicker as well as we go through the season and get the team looking really good.
Have you seen him drive so far?
I haven't. He's driven a couple of meetings that we've been at, but having been so busy with the Formula 3 myself, I haven't had a chance to get out and actually see what he's like out on circuit yet.
But he should be doing a bit of testing, I believe, at Snetterton this week.
Yes, Wednesday, Thursday. It's going to be his first two days in the car, and just basically going to get him settled in, get him used to the car, get him used to the speeds, which is obviously going to be quite a lot quicker than what he's used to, and we'll go from there.
So expecting good things of him, are you?
I think so, yeah. I think he's done 16 races, I believe, and from what I've heard, pretty promising start. So you know, he's graduating very, very quickly. His learning curve is very steep at the moment. So I think he's going to learn a lot in the first sort of 2 or 3 months, and from there on, he should be pretty quick.
Now, I don't believe he speaks too much English at the moment. So is he learning English, or have you all got to learn Russian?
He doesn't speak a word of English. Apparently, he hasn't really got time to learn English because he's got a business that he has to look after in Moscow. So he has an interpreter with him all the time that helps out an awful lot. And yeah, we work through the interpreter all the time, you know.
So that'll be okay anyway. And a big date for him, the first race as well, on the Silverstone, the Grand Prix meeting.
Yes, we were going to try and get him out for the last meeting. Things didn't quite get done in time. The deal didn't quite come together as we thought it would do. So we thought, well, okay, we'll step back a little bit, make sure the car's done properly, make sure he's prepared for his first race, rather than going out sort of in at the deep end. And hopefully we'll give him a good showing at his first meeting, which promises to be the sort of the biggest meeting we'll do all year.
But you'll have to make sure you're just a little bit ahead of him.
I hope so, yeah.
Okay then, Martin, that's great. Thanks.
Thanks.
Anytime, thanks. Okay.
So there's a team up, the oil company's team up as well then?
Yeah. It's only something I brought with me because they sponsored a submarine for me.
Oh, did they regard?
Peter Locke and Andrew Ward and Total, they're in Formula 1 now.
He's a freelance, I think, because he still does. But never actually was. Very rarely. He does full time. I think he's a freelance, but on a contract.
What was opposite the mayor?
I'll get it in.
They've got lost.
Is it? Well, Martin's just coming back. He's out on the motorbike, trying to find it.
You want to ring it up?
Yeah, I'm ringing it. Here it is then. Is that good? Yep. We better get the. I'll plug it all in later. But, yeah, the total, well, it was just to give a bit more sponsorship, really, or a bit more cover on the car. Engine's in, it's all good, all started. And then we'll get you in your suit and fit you in the seat.
Оденешь тогда костюм, новый попробуешь.
You have to mix up all the foam. So you have a good journey? No.
Давай, пойдем.
Okay, because
Thanks.
On the way, did you?
Потерялись.
Ah.
Yeah, we got lost. Several times.
Yeah. So, yeah, where did you end up then?
Спрашивают, где мы, так сказать, появились. Well, we ended up somewhere near Braintree.
Braintree. Oh, yeah. How's that? About there? Yeah. Okay, Alan, if I can ask you first of all, what made you decide to drive in England?
Почему ты решил в Англии выступать в чемпионате?
Здесь самые лучшие команды, здесь самый лучший чемпионат, поэтому.
Well, that's the best championship in the world, and thus they are the best teams in England.
And why did you pick this particular team?
Почему именно вы к этой команде ты обратился?
Понравились люди просто.
Alan liked the team.
Now, obviously, it's a very exciting time for you. What are your hopes for the rest of the season?
Очень такое для тебя интересное время наступает. Какие у тебя планы, какие надежды на оставшуюся часть сезона?
Пока заниматься вот Формулой 3, дальше время покажет, скажем.
Alan plans to do Formula 3 this season and to concentrate on that, and he would decide what he would do next later.
And but it's a good start, an exciting start for you. The first race will be at Silverstone on the Grand Prix meeting. An exciting way to start.
Первая гонка будет в Сильверстоуне, это Гран-при, Формула-1 и так далее. То есть, ну, совершенно, так сказать, другая обстановка.
А чего хотел он этим спросить?
Да он не спрашивает, он просто говорит твое мнение.
Ну, я думаю, что будет очень хорошо.
Yeah, that's a very exciting moment to start.
And tell me a little bit about what you've been doing in the past. You have done some racing in Russia. What sort of racing would that be?
Спрашивает, какими гонками ты занимался в России в прошлом, до этого?
Ралли.
Alan was rallying.
I mean, that's very different to motor racing on the road.
То есть это, так сказать, довольно сильно отличается от гонок
Да.
таких трековых. That's right.
Здесь намного сложнее, скажем.
And so this kind of motor racing, the single seaters are quite more difficult.
But you enjoy that more than rallying.
Тебе больше нравится это, чем ралли.
Да.
That's right.
So what do you enjoy about it more than rallying, do you think?
Почему конкретно тебе нравится это больше, чем ралли?
Здесь совсем другое. В ралли как-то, ну, там скоростя слабее, и то, что ты находишься как бы, ну, в другой атмосфере. Здесь намного интереснее, здесь намного острее ощущаешь там перепады, все эти нагрузки.
It's the whole atmosphere is
Интересный спорт.
different, and first of all, it's the speed. And in rallying, it's rally cars are much slower, and in the single seater, one can feel the spirit of motor racing.
So will you be hoping that maybe you can get a win before the season finishes?
Ты надеешься на то, чтобы выиграть в чемпионате какой-то раунд до того, как он закончится?
В этом году будет тяжело, я не знаю.
It would be very difficult for Alan this season.
Все зависит от тренировок.
And it will much depend on the tests.
And going straight into testing tomorrow, looking forward to that?
Завтра ты начинаешь, у тебя первый тест. Ну, как ты, то есть с нетерпением, наверное.
Конечно.
Yeah, Alan is very much looking forward for the test day tomorrow.
Now, I believe you're still going to be living in Moscow, is that right?
Но ты будешь по-прежнему, так сказать, жить в Москве.
А что тут лететь 3,5 часа лета? Смысла нет.
It's not a long journey. It's 3 hours by plane. So Alan would be staying still in Moscow.
So you haven't thought about finding a place in England?
То есть ты здесь еще не начал место подыскивать?
Нет.
Not yet.
And will you be learning English at all, or has everybody else got to learn Russian?
Ты будешь заниматься, ты начнешь заниматься английским, или команда начнет русским заниматься?
Я, наверное, английский.
Well, Alan said that in some time he'd started.
So you're going to be with him all the while, are you, to make sure that he can understand everything that's going on?
In the first place, yes, that's right.
Good. Okay, thanks very much, and the best of luck. Hope you have a good time. Thank you.
Tight on the time.
С того времени, как они купили машину, доставили ее в гараж, по времени у них бешеный график.
A rolling shell, just a rolling chassis. Same as Martin's. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, they're coming up tomorrow.